Walton County is home to one of the most popular natural attraction spots in Northwest Florida. The 250-foot diameter pool of fresh water known as Morrison Spring is surrounded by a forested floodplain, consisting mostly of swampy cypress trees and other wetland-type vegetation. Today we know that the plant life that we find here and the condition we found them in help determine the overall health of this natural environment. One of the most primary plant life that can be found here is also the most obvious to detect. The cypress tree plays a large role in both the spring's appearance and history. Along the shoreline of the small beach, the remains of cypress stumps can still be seen from when the area was once timbered for development. Among various types is the bald cypress, mostly distinguished by their swollen roots, commonly called cypress knees. This tree can easily adapt to both wet and dry conditions. Their swollen roots only develop when water is nearby, such is the case with Morrison. Cypress trees prosper in acidic soil and can grow up to 70 feet high and 25 feet in width. Another tree found in Morrison Spring is the box elder. The box elder is from the maple family and native to North America. Other common names for this maple are the box elder maple and the ash maple. On average, the box elder can grow up to 25 feet in height. It's a relatively small, fast-growing tree that has a short lifespan. Their branches are smooth and somewhat brittle compared to most. They thrive in sunlight and are mostly found in floodplains where ample water can be provided. Along the shoreline in wet patches of soil, the royal fern can grow up to 5 feet in length. The royal fern is commonly found in wet-like conditions, such as areas around streams, lake shores, bogs, and wetland meadows. This fern doesn't produce seeds, but instead releases spores from the fertile leaflets located at the ends of the fronds. The fertile leaves are dark green that turn brown after release and don't respond well to dry spells. Covering every living tree or fallen log or stump, a creeping olive green moss called stair-step moss coats its surroundings with feathery fronds that form springy mats. Moss can grow on soil, decaying wood, and humus organic matter. Stair-step moss can grow up to 20 centimeters long with reddish stems and branches that produce 2 to 3 millimeter oval leaves. Boy moss is normally located in swamps and other wetland conditions around southern United States to South America. This moss is an aquatic plant, though some samples were found growing offshore. This moss is a great indicator species because of its requirement of iron. Its lightly colored green, spiky foliage will turn pale yellow or white. Ivy is an evergreen vine that is mostly considered a destructive nuisance that can grow up to 100 feet in length. The English ivy can grow almost everywhere, and leaf shape varies, which can make identification difficult, but are commonly a heart-shaped base that produces 3 to 5 gold points. When matured, terminal greenish-yellow flowers bloom. The fruit they produce is black and fleshy. Plants found in Morrison Spring represent the ecological function of the area. Most of the samples collected from the spring show us that Morrison is a wetland, or one that is very close to being considered. All these plants require vast amounts of water and sunlight, an aspect this wetland